Sorry, crazy.
I'm Robert's papa.
Hey, and another. Joe.
Robert's papa, but you also from your papa boy.
And your person.
The papa also. But question so for the family.
Hey,
the person in Poma worry why it's papa. Come on, want to. Sophia Bonner.
Papa. No more pega.
I feel the dear papa and a play.
And ye, I just that son. Now she's going to change it. I smell papa. That's a tell.
Obana faithful.
Wabana wants to that I won't know. Stop for a minute, money. Hey, what's in your room? No problem.
Papa didn't want to ask you. Papa was one. Train on what you do to the maker. Go to the doctor said, you never knew.
Your satisfaction is our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
For you must do in Sia one pimpin, eduno, and name woman was some any amount of person, some my yabuan, ever as I say, the best more diamond cassia, so cassia bono, and some a bit more aquatini be, and I say, Baumia, I will be as a dear, young fayan to aba and faman way every man penny and ado janqua a kufu adoho.
Mean to me and your beer man penny, way every man be Jane Mensa ho.
Efa ya bato ya babetu ehun ena Professor Opoku Ajiman Edison bi abetu ja wotre mu se yentu aba emfama impumtu
Nooks and then ne o ma keke bia che UTAG for pass strike a omo koye ne faso bia kra eniso
Yene nsɛm ahodoɔ bi ɛnɛnɛ yɛaboaboa no yɛde ba bɛso mu ɛwɔ Diamond Kaseɛ so yɛde aseda kɛseɛ so ɛbɛma Diamond Ground Real Estate, Diamond Ground Travel and Tour ne bia da mekasa Diamond Ground Real Estate sɛ pasika kuma bi abɛgye asase ama so ɛnu mu asase a ɔne landlordfo ɛnya asɛm abɛnso no Diamond Ground Travel and Tour so sɛ akwanya abɛda hɔ ama obi dɛrɛ ɔkɔsɛ ɔto kwan ɛkɔma no ne ɛkɔyɛ adwuma ɛno nti ntɛmpara so no hwehwɛ wɔn atwa kwan ɛwɔ La Paz Sabora number 5 wɔn ne Diamond TV ɛna wɔ dan kɔnɛ mu anaasɛ pɛrɛpɛrɛfoɔ no ɛwɔ 0552487385
Golden Touch Beauty Center so efrefra was say when him na pimples na so obeni ade agiaboso no we dey na che say aye style bi ne de bra na won treaty enfama na bronya eba oho de eya hofe nto aso nko awokọ a or natural things obetimi e de ama wa ma we de na asaye kama a bleach we na cha kwan e wo new makola shopping mall inside kwa obehu Golden Touch Mr. Obora ho no mokwa boyedin na nya discount
Afei nso no Hajias Clay Empire was unya peer free Golden Touch as say unya nyama obet media maintain skin no na chese bronya ye ba be di uso skin e best skin e bi enu nte no Hajias say me ha ho kra e bia okostra ku bia ma we de na ye basa was within 1 month we pe obet nyama we ku ana supplements abuko eno so e bet mi abo ama we di no aye fe ye pa enu nte no hye Hajia entra kwa e wala pass abeka finance so the total filling station no and the teacher so after no 0248045224
I say that fabrics so efrefra was say beje fabric no de efe pana efo wunya ne bebia wo Ghana ha age aseda ho be pacho borem bronya na ebe kente me se mema no kwa de mu de mato adi o empaboa ani coat asort a wakwakofa aba ne de se adutwam efe yie ankasa ko honom na kwaje wo de ewo bo ketua bi eso wo ko so a me se discount no ehu hia yie pa wo boye din a wo benya discount a emoten
Aven so na 24 fu be ko ukro mo dia na se se wo spec o car no eye fe na che se su we cross e na ko mo say yes ku free kind and aba we ent na ben light e wo ho edema ben light say enyamba bi ye de spec car say ye light say ye bumper bi bi ye de spec car bia no ube pie mu e wona say ye de we betini aboa ama we betini spec o car ni pie papa and no to the ben light say she de track kwai e wo eye enkran abuso kan city light junction Freno ewo 0247888591
Modest clothes set so efrefra was say brano jujwa kabaslate nature say enter dear dresses are efe no ono opam aha ono obetimi adjudwa style ama wa ho ato wedding gown engagement just say outdooring bibia wo ye bia wo se brano jujwa style na ho enye fepa na bronya die ne nko anso na edie renecha kwan ewo Amasaman station wa obehu Modest misro ko
Chidoma ya de Diamond Kaseɛ eba besombo na akinkan for enemy eyeme mouse for me nuaba
afia frempoma
ape ya beda ne ya hu aba ya ba ya de kasebo ne twemu ebeto Yes, I'm a bibiara akaba biom Diamond Kaseɛ su enie ampe Kaseɛ bonin tremu eni Ghana ye mampenyi na na do dankwa akufu ado ene ne dey wode ya de stress ye Kaseɛ pa to Ghana fo nyina enem se ye nyina ye nem se akabo so me ba akopɛ na ya to aba enu ntini se ye pe obi a wodwen wo man Ghana ho na wodwen wo man Ghana mpunto na wodwen wo man Ghana ye die pa ho dia na che se yɛmfa ɛmpa Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia echi prakrakra esan sɛ wɔyɛ obi a kyɛ sɛ bibia deɛ ɛfa Ghana ho bia no ɛgya na koma so yɛ ɔno no betumi aboa ama wɔ ɔman Ghana etu mpɔn ɛno nti no wɔsrɛ Ghana fo nyinaa sɛ wɔto aba ɛmpa ama
concerned about who is going to come and sit in this room next week. And I'm urging your son on you. I'm urging all of you here in the Northeast region to come together as one and put your shoulder to the wheel to make your son, Mahamudu Bawumia, the next president of Ghana. Not because he's a Mampusi. It's important. We all have to come from somewhere. Yeah, each one of us, we come from somewhere. So, but that's not the issue. It's not where you come from. It's your quality. That's what matters. And this man has the quality to be the next president of Ghana. If there's anybody who can testify to his capacity, his ability, his sense of duty, it is me, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I can make that clear. I knew him when he was deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. Extremely efficient. And even then, as a young man, highly respected economist. Paul Akwa, who was the governor of the Bank of Ghana, was a good friend of mine. Then I was Attorney General. And he had nothing but the best words of commendation for his deputy, Bawumia. And in 2008, when I was looking for a running mate, he was proposed to me and I accepted it gladly. Since then, up till today, we have worked hand in hand. And in the 8 years in government, concerned about who is going to come and sit in this room next week.
Frankatuni Emma National Democrat Ghana Mampeni dia na esekwaya no odebeko nkronkro nyina so ewo Ghana se ne beya ebetimi aboa impuntu.
What the Farmer Service Center has. Each Farmer Service Center has 15 tractors. It's got plows, it's got harrows, it's got planters, it's got ridges, it's got everything for mechanized farming. In the past, we used to call them mechanization centers. That is what we used to call them, mechanization centers. But this time, it goes beyond simple mechanization. Because apart from tractor services and mechanization services, that is where if you are a farmer and you are registered with the Farmer Service Center, that is where you go for your subsidized fertilizer. That is where you go for your weedicide. That is where you go for your pesticides. That is where you go for your improved seeds. Everything that you need for farming, in addition to tractors and mechanization services, will be at your Farmer Service Center. When you register, they will come to your farm and measure your farm. We want to know exactly what acreage you are planting. Aside from that, we want to know what crops you are growing. Are you growing maize? Are you growing yam? Are you growing cassava? Are you growing beans? Are you growing granules? Whatever you are growing, we'll register it. So at the beginning of the farming season, if you are a farmer who is registered with the Farmer Service Center, you go there. If you want a tractor to plow for you, they'll come and plow for you at a low fee. We're not going to charge you 3.5 million like the private tractors have been charging. This one will be lower so that you can make use of those services. They'll plow for you, they'll plant for you, they'll give you improved seeds, they'll give you your fertilizer, everything that you need for your farm. What the Farmer Service Center has.
Ebusia 4 years to Akasia bonus Sudiana running mate at the National Democratic Congress NDC Amanyo Kono Professor Nana Jenopoku Ajumai and another what the other said yeah to Ghana for nyina enim se wapese wato aba ema okendini a wadwen Ghana yempuntu ho dia na se wo hwe enim se wato aba edema NDC Amanyo Kono wɔde sansɛm wei ɛto dwa wɔabrɛ wɔkɔpie mu ɛwɔ Dome West ɛhɔ ɛna wɔde nsɛm bi ɛto dwa wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ ɛba no impuntudwuma de ana kyerɛ sɛ NGC ɛna ɛwɔ n'anim esan sɛ yɛhwɛ schools hospitals ɛna afei sɛ akwan dodo a NDC for esi a wɔn de aboa mpuntuo no dia ɛsɛ sɛ yɛto aba ɛde ma wɔn afei
Party be no di nsuo ba. Party be no di yaresabia ba. Na sukuu nso e. Na akwan nso e. Airport apapa bi. Sa na ekono. Dia meme ye no. Wo so ba e wo de ewo enye ntokwa. Enye me behunahuna. Enya na me be fa nkrofo ama ahomachi o ma ba ma so afifie edu akoto beebi enya lu nti ne to aba ya to aba se mpuntumra ensese ya no ya to se o ma no be kwa nanim eno ne asampa me pese bidija obia na sabe enyina so eti ase enti enya se na premisika sa sika na betima ya makwan ana ebetima sisku ama me ba Ebaba me ba ko school papa. Ena be ko je double track no ko. Ena no be ko school da premier no be tire fie ko so me ensa. Ena no e ka ba na chance. Ejini asempa ye denam.
Later started here 2016. Ye jado ho no. Abi before mo da sumu sa na no me buy. Ana me pay sika just 30,000 Ghana cedis. Ani e konate do go krom. Upon young quanta, a near attention, no pen, Marco, and so I am going to buy. I don't know what you're messing. So, don't mind put your diamond, whatever.
Speaker of Parliament on Monyanfo Alban Bagbin and then they were there futu akwa. Ama members of Parliament in say. E wom say wo afi abato afi a chese wo so mokọ omompeso aso ekoye campaign nanso eya omuncho many embra parliament so embeye adwuma ewo ho.
Many of our colleagues here are actively engaged in their respective campaigns seeking to renew the mandate given to them by the people. Indeed, elections are an essential pillar of our democracy, providing citizens with the opportunity to evaluate the work of their representatives and make their voices heard. I must remind us all, however, that while the electoral season is upon us, our mandate as members of Parliament has not yet expired. The duties and responsibilities we owe to this House and to the people of Ghana continue until the very last day of this parliamentary session. In this light, I urge each and every one of you to be actors for good, both within this chamber, and on the campaign trail. The tone we set as members of Parliament during this period has far-reaching consequences. Our actions, our words, and our conduct will be seen and heard by our constituents, and they will shape the public perception of our democratic processes. We must therefore be mindful of the language we use and the behavior we display, whether in Parliament, or media interviews, or public fora. It is essential, therefore, as leaders, we act to preserve the gains of our democracy.
Electoral Commission Eden Sembi Abetuja Wochemu say a ballot papers are afi ye de betu abanu a yadia womo ebe shase a printi e finyami aduma echna a Thursday October bosmida etoso do inso 150 mienu ni eduonu enaimwa na chairperson Edima EC no Mrs. Jane Mensah ede sansem way esuja ewo interparty advisory committee meeting na ekoso na eho ene wochiro mu say Eyadia commission no ebe printed papers 18,772,251.
Important to note, and I'm sure that you are all aware, that the Commission has provided the political parties and indeed interested stakeholders with the list of all polling stations across the country. In total, we have 40,975 polling stations, and this includes the special polling statistics. We took into account the total number of registered voters on the revised provisional voters register and added a 2% margin. We are confident that the methodology applied will not result in any shortfalls. We believe that this is adequate. Indeed, whilst we encourage and welcome a total voter turnout, we are also mindful that not every voter will go to the polls come December. Not all the 18 million plus voters on the voters roll will turn up to vote. And as in 2020, when we prepared a totally new voters register for the general election, the turnout was 79%. It was not 100%. Therefore, we are very confident that this methodology of using the total number of registered voters on the provisional voters register, although it is not final, plus a 2% increase, will ensure that we have an adequate supply of ballot papers ahead of the election. Indeed, as a commission, we do not envisage a marked departure from the register the revised provisional register that we'll present to you today. And we are confident that this methodology will ensure that we have more than enough supply of ballot papers come the December 2024 election.
Abusia 4 year to akasi abone so na penny power da Electoral Commission of Ghana anoma me Jane Mensa ene ne wakasa se wono woni tumi bia obetimi a kire se we ebe mampani anase we wonye mampani na emom abato no ene be kire
make anybody a president. Yes. And I think that we all know that around this table, and therefore we should not peddle misinformation and peddle fake news and disinformation and give the impression to the citizenry, the innocent citizens who do not know the process, that the Electoral Commission can make somebody a president. I'd like to state on this occasion and quote from Dr. Hassan Ariga that the EC can never make anybody a president. What the EC does is to declare who the voters choose as their president. The EC does not have the intention to rig the election for anybody. Neither does it have the intention to disenfranchise anybody. Indeed, it is in our interest to ensure that everybody on the roll goes to vote. It's to our credit. When you say that 79% turnout, it's to our credit. Because if you look at countries around us, in Nigeria, I think they had a 27% turnout. 27, very, very, very low. It doesn't meet international standards. So it is to our credit. So we like to disabuse the minds of Ghanaians that the EC has any intention of disenfranchising anybody. It is not true. We go out of our way to provide resources to enable our officers in the field to call and to chase those whose details for them, to bring them on board for inclusion. And it is important to note that we will do everything in our power that anybody who registered will have the opportunity to do so. So it is in our interest to ensure that every single person who registered is given the opportunity to vote. So we would like to thank you so much. This is a collaboration. And as you may be aware, we have the drives available. We will give it out before we leave this room to every political party and to also the independent candidates. We will provide a copy of the drive. And please take your time to look at it. And if you have any issues, the forms, the template is there. You can address it. And let's be careful that we are not putting out falsehood that have the potential of causing fear and panic.
abusiafo ye to akase abono so dia enene nansa na awrehosam bi epiefri eye kaswa enene important eye kura ye friend budumbura na ehono nipa emiensa ehwere wono nkwa aduasa eda ayaresa bia woji ayarehwe na wei enam so ema ento woyam na bibia ebegeye Public Relations Officer Anase Kasamafo at the Ministry of Roads and Highways Nasir Ahmed Yati and so at the Sembi etuja what you must say. What would they say a gua musanya beye will be biara out no who edgesan same way no abine Anase Emrano and no ebedi and unteno a year a mebunu our war budumbura and an important one more enka one akuma and to 1 year.
Asiena abanye nshishe the we say we a friend is saying kaswa winiba kwan no kwan a kwantempo bia amanfo ebra wosopa in terms of traffic obetume disa traffic on bese 4 hours from kaswa ekobudubram na unko bebia nti aban nshishe se o se kwan no ye no dualize kwan no tese ye ni mienu afan we kona afan we ba na budubram hono ye bebia dom wo ho na traffic traffic na yenya wo ho no eso nti no as part of the construction we are say be ye underpass wo ho sa underpass na ye wo ho no ti say ne e wo Legon police station ho no sa na etie nti omo ko straight no omo nam tana no mu na omo service lane so e wo nchen na budubram ho na contractor no wakohia ebo esun ye pa ehye fom ho na ho so na tana no efa nti o se opai ebo no se na be obenya kwan aye na ejuma be se 3 months ni no start se opai sa abuba no in fact wa year be se 21 blasting ewo ho successfully ahwiensi 21 ewo ho nti yen no as a ministry na ndra yete say ye omoye blasting na edisa atonya nchem ya be na na kakra say what went wrong this time around because already I be say 21 wo ho she amba nti na akohia say na edikan no ye be hoti ejuma no ewo that particular session na yetumi aye nhwehwemu edikan no yenuanuma omoho akamu no yetumi reach out to omobusiafo omo so omo eprepra no so no yebetumi ahwe kwan ya betumi amomo ayaresa ana omo betumi ayarehwe omo betumi recover every injuries omenya na afeso yetumi ama police and security agencies no atumi aye nhwehwemu na yi na yatiase what happened because kwan bia so no kwan na o say ye say be ya and I say yatiase what went wrong say na be ya enkoba biom nti no ministry no ahye security apparatus nso mo ye nhwehwemu man na ye wo arehwemu say omo de mboaye beba na ye begina no so ehu nia I was say yeah going forward.
National Union of Ghana Students are charity awa efra womo nooks and nei wakasa se nyame anim no krani striker University Teachers Association ekoi ne de na emfaso bia eniso.
Gloria Aseta Aluta continua. Your university teachers anka ye hwe won anim se nka nima bi se yaba no one day won adwen won nim dia owo ebetu dwana etima boa ma galamse ho nsensem yetima wi ano no wo se won kyera de biom ebasa ne enso school fo a yenso yetena sesua de no na eha ya adwen yenso a yesa ya de a ye na mabunu yenso ye ka ho ase na emom ade ba ko ehia yesa ene galamse isi ye hospitals ye adwuma baby ye adwuma still ye betima fight galamse ni ye na school fo nso de ye hu ni se ese eja ye school sem nyina nso to nchen eba ne sa ne ye koya na ase ye bai nti ade sra ye de to ye na teacher fo nyina nim se ye sra omo ye nkusu fight galamse na emom ye na disu asem so de ehia ye because sa disu asem nim de ya ne ye benya ne yetimi de aboa madachi bi oman ni so atimi atumpon na sɛ ɔmo mmɛkyerɛ adeɛ biom deɛ ɛmmoa yɛn na sukuufoɔ a yɛwɔ ɔman mu nti yɛsrɛ sɛ mprempren mu ɔmo quality of the strike na adesuasɛm ntimi ntoa so sɛ adesuasɛm toa so a still galamsey issues no yɛbɛtumi agu so aka ho asɛm.
Ebusiafuo na yetwa Kasiebo no so Diana, Deputy Minister of Education in charge of Technical and Vocational Education and Training. Aye Trinita say TVET Professor Kingsley Nyako. And then watch Senya ne SCAG afa a year participation a first STEM innovation competition no Senya ama no home minister no ayage ne agiye papa. Wochire mu a say ye de toto a year last year de na wo mo ye na ayade a afidie etimi epeja ne mu ye papa intin wo hwa eye TVET no ensem anase impumto eba ho
equipment material bibliaguma ama TVET adesua no etumpon o hwe so a efa STEM focus on STEM your STEM schools your STEM centers your centers of excellence that's what STEM innovation Emma Akunya, Emma School for Omakasa, a dream, Omakasa, a day, a normal, a war, baby, warm environment team, and they solve your problems. Because issues now, you go to Ghana, no, different from the other countries, go to, especially in the West. So, you encourage you to say, I did not yet share more school, no, any equipment, na demamono, Monfa, and moyen. Yentimi ma how you come no yen free ho na yente so kwa so for us no that is the way to go and o share emofo na bibi na e di o madwen ayade ade a betimi aboa yen ama yenya for example solar energy na ya o de solve problems the ma o ma emofo no sasuan hu o de demosua eye adwuma no na obo mo no manya confidence omo confidence omo na didie wo mu se o betimi aye o man Ghana ebetum power ye hia Ghana for na kaseto aba na kufa do aban a dota baomia ebo no chidom no ye hwe STEM education TVET educational aban we abon ho mo den chen aban bia I say ye the TVET and STEM na ebetuma o man atum pon dia and to say abana the TVET and STEM no aye adwuma amano aye krabehwe no o say ye to asaba no so o say to bama Dr. Baumia na okoso na ohye Kenya okoso na oboa na yetimi etumpon e TVET and STEM and beboa yen na yetimi build a strong industrial base in this country now transform the economy no na yetimi akwanim enadwuma e krom ha na omano
no nimdi papa na omode ba no yebebo hu dawro ama industry hu ama angel investors hu ama the investment community hu say water solution we na wo ho technology solution we na wo digital solution we na wo bitima aboa omani socio economic development nti say we prospective investor now dey ahoden be shemu a wo so bitima to shares wo intellectual property of school nu na afi abeye ade a ebe use no large scale ama na aboa oman no na emfaso abaso ebize aban ntimi nyene nyina na schools no so eni ahoden a mbetimi area produce in commercial quantities and the whole idea of the STEM innovation is to showcase the innovation the innovation in air babonten ama amansan hu ebetima ba say be a prospective investor wa ma no ne kra nya Ghana no ne so hwe nimdie ewom na eno no mananya rehye mu say we ade o discussion ma ebetima ba yekese no aba
Abusiafo ye to Akasiebo ne so na ensensem wo ekoso e fa ohempo awoda twifu atimokwa ho a eche so wode no ho ahye illegal mining na ye friend galamsey ho enam so e ma ne kopie mu e wo court na nei court asetu ne nsem no ahyeda.
Defendants had filed a motion asking the court to refer the matter to Chief Justice to determine the appropriate forum where the case ought to be heard. In our case, our argument before the court was that this particular court, that is the Kumasi court, has jurisdiction to entertain the present application. The defendants have a contrary opinion. So that was exactly why we argued today, and the court had adjourned the matter to a date to decide whether to continue hearing the matter or any other region. We were talking about the fact that our security could not be guaranteed at that particular court because on a particular occasion, my clients were brutally assaulted to the extent that one even was shot on the leg. So we are entertaining a reasonable fear that if we go to that particular court, because of this particular case, our security could not be guaranteed. Now, we are talking about Galamsey, which is stealing from the state. People say Galamsey is illegal mining. Galamsey is not necessarily illegal mining. Galamsey is, in my own words, aggressive robbery. They are robbing the state of the state resources. And that's how we have to look at it. It's robbery. If my clients have been given the concession, they are supposed to work in the concession, pay monies to the state. And these people are robbing the state of what is supposed to come to the state and to some extent to my client. So we do not see Galamsey as just an ordinary illegal mining. You can have licenses and still be guilty of illegal mining. It depends upon the means by which you are mining. But Galamsey goes beyond that. Galamsey technically is stealing or robbery because they do that with people armed behind them. And that is what the state should look at. You can even steal 1 cedi and you can go to prison for more than 10 years. What about if the person is stealing gold belonging to the whole nation and we just talk about it as if it is nothing?
Reverend Dr. Stephen Yenusom Wegman Awono and General Superintendent Edema Assemblies of God Ghana and another what they are this red year at so Ghana for you now and him said and Kebeya Senya Afibia Yana ya to Abana a could re assume Jen was Ghana for say a fee so Yanyanesa near the Yedibasa Basayo and answer mentum wasi ebebano Ghana for you now want you who everything.
Exceptional moments. Let us put Ghana first. Let's love our country. Don't do anything that will hurt the fortunes of this country, because all of us, our future is tied to the peace and the stability of this country. The Bible enjoins us, whatever we do for God, we must give it back to Him. We honor Him with it. So the importance is to come and commission the facility, pray over it, so that it can be a blessing not only to Assemblies of God Ghana, to serve the community and serve our nation as a whole. The nation, I'm calling upon everybody that let's use this occasion when we are dedicating the Living Word Assembly of God Temple to rededicate our lives to Christ, to the values of Christ, peace, love, reconciliation, saying no to anything that undermines the progress of society.
The wasa funumu show nkran say yes obi e de ne sika na ahofama de bo onyame adwuma but sa nimpa mekan me babeto omo no de bebre etite nkwafu fie as I speak now almost all of them obi asini fie akotrem nti se obi de ne sika ene na ho odin e bo onyame adwuma onyame hye na nemu yame na hira Zindaya yedi asodan ashe yami say minim say obepeja yan akwa another level of blessing. Ezen say nyame nhihye mu no ade bia ye bia ehu hira ho.
Many years of celebration in the name of God the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Public Service Workers Union and then they were there to just say free Joada Ekrono de Wamudio Manina a good form aqua strike. If it's a finance minister, I and Agnesa won't you almost a single spine no Emfa Emma Womo.
Organizations in 45 organizations and they call it and I didn't come up. And on my church, the ombe to me, the omun to me, and it's okay, the ombe to me, I know. And dear, Mumayente Munkana. I'm sure your mamma bear 1 week, be 2 weeks, but better yanka. And in it, Yanji or Mungaye. Na Yasha, ya new Munkita Muno. Sana Yomode organizations were hard. You submitted proposal, bear 2 years, a be 1 year. You starting negotiation. Now, so share we negotiation at 2 years. We are negotiation 1 year, and so we share your city. No, over we are not scanner at the Maograno. Now, I said that, and to me, ye be. Oh, sir. Yenim se omo eni omo yejuma ni sebe ɔmbɛtie yɛn na animanim yia no na yɛhyia yɛato nkonya anaa yɛsi nkonya na deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛka no yɛaka na yɛde abɛwieɛ yɛyɛ ne saa a ɛndeɛ mande sɛ yɛnya deɛ yɛpɛ a obiara ɛnka sɛ ɔkɔ strike anaa ɔkɔyɛ biribiara we ɛyɛ members no ɛna akasa
yɛn public service workers no GN Ghana News Agency ka ho GBC ka ho Electoral Commission wom and many other institutions National Theatre for nyina ka ho yɛ hwɛ single spine ni ndi mmoa yɛn sɛ wo aban dwumani na wo ne nua ɔwɔ ebia ministry ɛyɛ adwuma kro na mo nyina mo benya salary baako mo nyina mo benya allowances baako but enti saa sese wo kwa aban dwumanfo bebi obehu sɛ bi ɛwɔ allowances bebre a ɔmo yɛ ka sɛ aban hwɛ adwuma yɛyɛ na ehu allowance ehia
ne yɛbɛsɛ ɔmani nyate aseɛ no sɛ yɛdeɛ no yɛnyɛ ama no sɛm Aizela yɛatena ase ayɛ nneɛma na bɛpem saa pɛmpɛso yi na baabi edu no PSW structures no ɔmo abrɛ ɛna yɛ members nso no ɔmo brɛ so we don't have option. It is not about election year or not yɛpɛsɛ
ɛfakatuɛ mu pɛpɛ yɛ ayɛ sɛ asa omo ministries omo agencies omo bebia mo nyina so da single spine no so aban tritium fairly no ntina ye pese sa abre so aban tie yen so yasem because yen nyina ye ko market baako yen nyina ye mako school yen nyina ye ko aso ye to collection yen nyina ye bompa ye ntina aban tie ebi no asem na yen de hu ntia I say de atwa na ye no mfa so ani so meanwhile no so abu aban
Ebusiafo na yetwa kasia bono so dia ye beda na ye ho akoti aboafo nkratu abaye ba agudie mu nsam eletwas
Sakrodo jatin woni kwatin eni adontin eni ja patin te ko ma patin ko ka se mo tu jam me fra se te o de ko yenti e ba ma me sa trate no woni won o te men ka hu mi men mba da ni ko hemachi mi mo tia da na ma brabo aha wo bo ni pa na wo ye ho ti sa se wo na wo suro e na o ba me ni mo be ka te me take my food
Asem way e between me and you. E ba ni say e no bi tie ye. Ema. Kan e kan e choku. So nim sapa na hawo no nya oku ba. Now the weekdays. Finish abo.
One portal. When you see us man what? E telephone mama sonte. Ja she na woni ahipie telephone mo anye kululu. Mo akwa ko fa do fie 7. Akwa ko dia dia. Sabe pa wo bua. Ni bibia ye de fa.
Hey! The bedin for. Nya wo mo nye. Twakora we pine ni de dwa ne ho fefefe. E me man so mo ye din. Da ko to wa ma chena mo yi. E ka cha me se akola na o chef. E be so ndi pizza. Akola na o be wiase. Akola ki to so e ndi pizza.
Uni ma tu de dan so a. Sanka wo ya kam mami akwanyare. Yes.
What's it? Me say adidie wo fe ma ni. Ya paje o to ko yen. Ade ba ko wa ka say fa mo. O ya se obenfo.
Todi wo ni ba ya se. Enye wo mo bo. Ti wo ni abadaye kura ba ko kura ni. Wo ni abadaye. Ade wo ni de wa ye. ɛdeɛ na yɛ wɔ bɔ dama na sɛ wɔ ne so na ebiri wɔ ɛdeɛ na yɛ yɛ wɔ ɛdeɛ na busua yɛ yɛ wɔ ɛfie bɛ mu hɔn wo bɔ dama na wɔ ne so na ebiri wɔ deɛ wodi yɛ busua no ni me yɛ wa wodi hyɛ busua.
Welcome to the Golden Touch Beauty Center. My name is...
Okay, the national team na nyama nko ye kra awoye aso na ense bebe na na eka na Sabinson of former GFA president owura ne din are kwasi nyantati are nsem kakara batudwa say Ghana football ye shape ranka na won se no ente sakra na ya dia akwa ne wusempa adama Ghana ye mbobo e ba na say national team affairs no nyama ense da enya na sokra.
Ghana football now is not in the best of shapes. If we compare the performances of the Black Stars over the period from 2008 up to this time. If we were to draw a graph, a straight line graph, there will be a straight line like this because of the semi-finals for a long time. And then the first round exits will bring it down like this. The senior team is not in a good shape, and we have to appreciate that and find ways to really address it.
Si nyantechi ana any other sem out to ja say osan football no akofam na enka na be na so de na ono de na e wosoro pa na yemramo awa amana nsem na yenhwe amana nsem kakra de a na no say former coach Edma Chelsea, former coach Edma PSG, former coach Edma Bayern Munich, and they run the Thomas Tuchel and oye England national team head coach na wakwa interview bi kakra se baba no obeboa ma England boko no so timi akona yenti bi mresisia.
Your in is the biggest job that you don't get, and it does not make a lot of sense to compare, but it feels big, and it feels, like I said, like a privilege. It is very new because I come from club football, so the rhythm, the responsibility, the role is a new role, which is also very exciting. I was very open for that and liked the idea of it. Once Mark and John made clear to me that this job is about football, we never lost the momentum. And once I made a time frame up in my mind from January to the World Cup, I felt already excited, and that it suited my passion and my strive to push this group of players and to be part of this federation with such a strong record in the last tournaments, to push it over the line and to try to put a second star on the shirt.
Thomas Tuchel and oye England national team head coach and then same kakade atu jana yenhwe under 17 the World Cup because so our Dominican Republic 2024 now group A no Dominican no Republic on a host nation, and our group A Ecuador and New Zealand and Nigeria and group B and so Spain, USA, Korea Republic and Colombia, group C no Korea, DPR, Mexico, Kenya and England and affairs on group D, Japan, Poland, Brazil and Zambia, and we under 17 World Cup up because our Dominican Republic 2024. Aha, and in some way so and I be general good him some very to a casebon so the mount of Medinia AC at Mamidin the Dankwa Isaac Dakon Messorena and Yambano at the Damo Casenia to me every faster. I'm a Ben Light now on Timbama on spec car light and for mount pa.
Just like Mama Sam, I'm the CEO of the Golden Touch Beauty Center, and I'm here to introduce you to the Golden Touch Beauty Center. Here at the Golden Touch Beauty, we render services for skincare services. That's also facial treatment included. Yes, which means that when you have a problem with your face, being it acne, which is pimples, hyperpigmentation, melasma, or sunburn or chemical burn treatment, we do that here. So if you have chemical burns or sunburn or melasma or hyperpigmentation on any part of your skin, being it your face or other parts of your body, at the Golden Touch Beauty Center, we can do it for you, we treat it for you, and we get results, and it's very positive.
Black, Sahani na ya black. Tatan na me buy
Sunburn now.
Mu pimples. Me so who many ma obeka so ablo onya 60 years back. Me do 40 years here. And ne me nya Jimmy Baya. O my me ni ma me kama black ni na koko ni na ko.
Having said that, if you book us for our treatment, we take 3 sessions. 3 sessions where you can be it skin tag. Skin tag is 1 session because it's 1 time, but when it's sunburn treatment or melasma, when it's also acne treatment, which is pimples treatment, we do 3 sessions. And the 3 sessions, when you finish paying, we are giving our own product to be using whilst we are treating you. Mine, you'll be coming for the first session, the second session, and the third session. whatever be the situation during the process, consult with you once again and then know the problem and try as much as possible and sort it for you. We are at the Makwala Shopping Mall, shop number 143. Our numbers are 024-1370429 or 020-7911043. Here at the Golden Touch Beauty Center, your skin is our priority.
For your summer will be biara aqua babium na ha and a brebe my quine na yede casebony na everybody ye na answer ye becon my ambassador and my Diamond Grand Real Estate, Diamond Grand Travel and Top Ben Light Enterprise,
Golden Touch Beauty Center and Aseda Fabrics, Hajjastley Empire and our face mode just closet is answer more and a boy chidoma and anyway yede case boy ever so I can kind for me mouse sequoia minimum Fia Frempoma.
Immortal, yo. Me I be solo man fighting for myself. Me tell she but I need a member. And I will be a mommy to me for and I say me corner me pay mommy the best chance. Yeah, baby I'm a sumjino. Well, what I'm not Nana baby I'm a managino. Well, what I'm yeah. I can't be shabby one. Pray my name, say be soon me one. Yara mi she nyam coco. Kakra be shame wa play my name po say be soon me wa ya na mi she nyanko inti ma fame wa mi she nyanko ma edi na me nkana na mi she nyanko yo ma fame wa mi she nyanko ma edi na me na mi she nyanko odono sape mo be friend pa foforo you be for no me do my arefo. One more me boy me home no since channel na me kwa train aeroplane. Me dey go bia na me la. Samin kwana me buy you my kai. We take me risk I am ready for the outcome now say far. Yeah. Me say me kai me ni so ni na. Me say man fanya sana ma. Me say man boy man na fa. Na na munjai mi o me say munjai mi na me tofa ma page me. Mr. Like I'm over Jamio in Paluda. Dirty my family, yeah. Je don't go. My head, I'm sure I'm go. My family, je don't go. My head, I'm sure I'm go. Me, I be solo man fighting for myself. Mental shape, but I need a member. And my obi a mommy to me fans, and me say me corner me pay mommy the best chance. Yeah, baby I'm a sumjino. Well, what I'm not Nana baby I'm managino. Well, what I'm yeah. Kakra be shame wa pray my name bo. Say be soon ni me wa ya na mi she nyanko. Yeah, kakra be shame wa Yeah, play my name, yeah. Say be soon in me one. Yeah, na mi she nyanko. Yeah, ti my family man. Yeah. Mi she nyanko. My head in